The Super Eagles of Nigeria have been held hostage in Libya for over 14 hours now and may be forced to boycott the game against Libya. This is supposed to be the return leg of the 2025 AFCON qualifiers and it's supposed to be in Benghazi after defeating them in Uyo 1-0 on Friday. Now, the Super Eagles were supposed to land in Benghazi, but the Libyan authorities and the officials of Libya, in all of this their North African antics, decided to divert the plane of Nigeria from Benghazi to Al Abrak, which is 3 hours drive to the place where they're supposed to play the game. Now, upon arrival, they diverted the flights there. Upon arrival, they didn't provide bus, they didn't provide security for the Super Eagles. Now, the Nigerian Football Federation has also decided to find an alternative by trying to get buses for them to fly to go back to Benghazi where they're supposed to have the game on Tuesday. But now they've been locked inside the airport for over 14 hours. Guys, Ademola Lookman, Alexander Iwobi, Victor Boniface, Ola Aina, all of our big stars, all of European big stars, Ademola Lookman, Ola Aina, Victor Boniface, Alex Iwobi, Moses Simon, and all of these big guys, Kelechi Iheanacho, are being locked up like prisoners currently in Libya. These are some of the antics that we always complain about these North African sites. And yes, before you say it is an eye for an eye, the one that happened in Nigeria was they traveled for 2 hours, and this was due to the negligence of the Libyan Football Association. Now, they were supposed to land in Uyo, which is the venue for the game. Uyo has an airport. But Libyan authorities, just 3 hours to the time they were supposed to land, decided to contact the NFF that they're going to be landing in Port Harcourt instead. Now, if you know how plane works and how flights works, you know that they require clearance for all of this. Now, you cannot just change your directives. Now, the NFF had to plead with the federal government and, contact the airport authorities to allow Libya to land in Port Harcourt before driving to Uyo. Now, you know how these logistics are in Nigeria. They landed in Port Harcourt and the NFF had to try to send buses and security to them in Port Harcourt. Before they got there, the Libyan authorities already got alternative buses and came to Uyo by road, which is 2 hours. But what they are doing in return, in retaliation, it is very absurd. And I feel like CAF has to do something about this North African thing. This is not the first time we're seeing things like this happen with North African sides. Club football, they are the ones that do this antic. They will not allow you to train. They will not allow you to, to warm up properly. They will disturb your boss. They will disturb your players. And now they are doing it to national team. This is so absurd. And this shows that they do not even fear the CAF authority at all. The Confederation of African Football has to definitely do something about this. This is not safe for players like Lookman, for big players that no matter the players that are involved, basically. So this is really absurd. And William Troost-Ekong has come out to say, he has narrated everything that happened and said that we might have to boycott the game. And whatever wants to happen with CAF should definitely happen, because this is very absurd. You cannot keep people waiting at an airport for 14 hours. Guys, they locked the gates. The Tunisian airport that drove the ValueJet aircraft that was used to transport the Super Eagles from Lagos to the airports that they eventually diverted them to, went to look for an hotel. He got an hotel and he was trying to bring his crew to the hotel. The hotel said no, only him can be there, that they don't want any Nigerian in their hotel, which means both the crew and the pilot eventually had to spend the night in inside the aircraft that has now been parked. The Super Eagles players are locked out inside the hotel, inside the airport there. I'm speaking right now on Monday, and the game is supposed to be on Tuesday. They're supposed to travel 3 hours. It's a 3-hour drive from Al Abrak Airport to Benghazi where they're supposed to play. I feel like these things should not be happening in African football. This is really absurd. This is really weird. And I just hope that, CAF get to punish them. Libya must be punished for this, because this is not funny at all in any way. See how our superstars are sleeping on the floor, sitting down, no Wi-Fi, no food, no rest. They can't even contact their families. This is really weird of Libya Federation, and I feel like they should be suspended, they should be punished, they should be fined, and everything that has to happen. I mean, you can say anything you want about the NFF, but they've never logistically played mind games with, and security-wise, you don't put people's life at risk like that. And I just hope that CAF does something about this. Something has to be done, because our players cannot go through this and then you expect them to, give in their best in the game. Hopefully, something is done about this by CAF.